For a while, I've been really afraid of insects and bugs, and today, rather than telling you why you shouldn't be afraid of them because they're really small, I will be telling you why you should be afraid of these grotesque little creatures. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I said I would record a video about playing Super Smash Bros. On my drum controller in my next video. That's not gonna work out right now because I have it hooked up to a projector, don't ask why. So I'm just gonna be recording this video instead. But it'll probably come soon, hopefully. My first reason why these bugs and insects should be banished from existence is because they're ugly. I'm sorry, but even though this is the way they were designed, they do not deserve to live. Imagine these insects were the size of your cat, your average cat. This would be a horror film. We would not be living normally. My second reason for why I do not like these insects is simply their size. You can have an entire ecosystem inside of your home, and you wouldn't even know it until it's too late. You wouldn't even know it until they've laid 20,000 eggs inside of your home, under your bed, and then you would wake up with an entire infestation of these insects crawling on you. Now, I definitely don't want to have this, and I am sure you don't want to either. My third reason for why I don't like these insects is because of their ability to hide. I do not like how they can hide after you turn on a light, and you wouldn't even notice they're there until they're crawling on you. I'm afraid to stand anywhere for too long or lay down anywhere for too long, just because these things can come out and jump scare you whenever they want. The fourth thing I do not like about insects is how some of them can fly. I literally hate that so much. These can turn into horrible disasters if you do not keep this in check. Some people say that bees are cute because they're fuzzy. Now imagine if a silverfish could fly and it was fuzzy. Imagine you found out what was under all of that fur. Would you still want that flying on you? After finding multiple wasps out in normal places that I usually go to, every time I hear a buzzing sound, I get frightened really badly, and I just don't see why anybody would care at all about flying insects that do not help the environment. Now that I think about it, I have a picture on my phone of I think it was a grasshopper, it might be something else, but it was about the size of my hand. Here's an image. I believe these insects are doomed to die as soon as they step into your home. They belong outside where they can actually serve a purpose. Inside of your house, they're just an annoyance. My next reason is targeted towards a certain insect, and that is a tick. I do not like ticks. I was once at a farm, and I found 5 crawling on me. One of them was on my face. Luckily, none of them bit me, but I really hate going anywhere with a lot of grass now, just because of them. I feel like every time I step foot into a public place with a lot of grass or with some tall grass, I feel like by the time I leave, I will have Lyme disease. And the fact that these things are so flat that stomping on them won't do anything, that is just scary. I do not want that thing next to me at all. Similar to ticks, there are also mosquitoes, and I hate those a lot too. Mosquitoes can, like, eat your blood. I don't know what else to say. I bet you wouldn't want that. I just realized I lost track of how many reasons I've already stated. Anyways, another reason I do not like insects is because of the crunch that some of them make. Almost as crunchy as my voice right now using the speaker. There are cicadas and red lanternflies, I'm pretty sure they're called, that make a similar crunching sound to eating a chip, and I really do not like that, and I don't think anybody does. If you think that's satisfying, you're weird. My next reason why I hate these insects is how some of them can crawl on your food, land on your food, eat your food, and now that entire meal you have is basically inedible. Inedible. Because what if that insect had just landed or crawled on your dog's poop? What if that insect has a disease? I would not take that risk. The same can be applied to objects that aren't food. Like, imagine you have a phone that a silverfish had just crawled on. I'm not sure I would like to touch that. I'm not sure if there's anything else on that. I'm just really worried. My least favorite thing about insects is when they end up disappearing after you hit them. This mostly happens with insects like spiders, and I do not like it at all. If that happens, then I might as well just abandon the house. One last thing I really hate about insects is how many legs they have. It's abnormal. I just don't want to look at them. This is all that I can think of right now, but if I can come up with enough reasons, maybe I'll do a part 2. If this video can get, I don't know, 3 likes, I'll post the gameplay in the back so I can get more views.